Alright everybody, welcome back. It's been a while and I'm back. Good to see you, hashtag. So yeah, welcome back everybody. Good to see you, hashtag. I think I remember your raid from last time. Thank you very much for that. And so once again, let me do a quick introduction, and basically we are going to be continuing where we left off from our last stream when it came to building my city here. So I'm gonna give you a rundown of what I've been doing off stream. So if you don't happen to know the difference on the city from the last time, I'm gonna break it down. So I tried to make a bridge connection between these two islands here where the city is right now, but it turns out the traffic in this game, or the AI, no matter how many bridges I try to put over this over these two islands, the traffic was horrendous. The traffic problem just became worse. So I basically had to do a lot of trial and error just to figure out how am I gonna make the traffic between these two cities on the level of being acceptable. So this is what I did. This is what I did not long ago. So I got this separate city here, and I basically built a lot of toll booths because these toll booths will help slow the traffic down when they enter the city. Again, I don't remember which DLC you can get these toll booths from, but they do help quite a lot just to slow the traffic down when they're about to enter the city. And I'm a bit greedy, so I'm gonna be putting the toll booth to its maximum charge. Forgot to do that, so I'm gonna do that right now. I like to make money as much as possible, and that's basically why I like to overcharge. So I got about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 toll booths going in and out of this city here, going into the city and leaving the city. Turns out the traffic was still a bit hectic, so I decided to create another entrance for the traffic to go from here to here. So I built a little tunnel here going underground, and it's going to be going to the city over here. So I try to create decent streets here as this population gets bigger, but I think it's not going to be enough. So I'm going to have to improvise it a bit more. But in the meantime, this seems to work. I also created a metro line from here. I'm going to be building another city over here at some point. That's why I got my metro over here. And I built my metro right here in the leisure area. Another thing, if you're gonna build a leisure area in your city, you're gonna have to keep in mind that there's gonna be a lot of civilians that are gonna be traveling to the leisure area. So basically you need to make sure you got your city designed decently so that all of your citizens are gonna be using the public transport, whether it's by bus or metro. So I got my inner city bus hub right here that you can get in a new DLC, and there's my metro station right there in the corner. So the metro passengers can easily get out from this station and just go to this bus station if they need be. Because one thing that you will notice when you're playing this game is that you notice that a lot of civilians like to spawn their own private vehicle as soon as they leave the metro station or bus terminal. Try not to have that happen. That's why you need to have a decent transportation system in your city. So that's why there's a lot of work that has to go into the city there, even if you're going for fun. But hey, you can still build a city with really bad traffic problems. But for the purpose of my city here, I try to design it as best as I can. So I came up with this design here. I'm not sure if it's based on anything else, but this is what I work with. So here's the main highway here's one of the main highways where the civilians from the outside connects are coming in. And basically what I got here is that I'm using the 4-lane highways. You can only get them with the DLC, unfortunately, but it's definitely worth it. So I basically got all these different highways so for the traffic to go through. So I'm basically having this highway lane right here going to be going all the way straight, and I'm basically giving the traffic options which way they're going to turn. So as you can see, I can have traffic exiting this way. I'm going to be building something in this area soon. So I basically, like I was saying before, if you're trying to build a decent city in this game, you need to make sure that traffic has a lot of options to figure out where they're gonna go to their destination, especially if you don't got public transportation or buses helping your civilians out. Never have one way of getting in. I mean, if your city is separate, that's okay, but I noticed that there was a lot of civilians spawning their private vehicles from the metro station here. So it's a lot of trial and error when you try to figure out how the traffic system works in this game. And this is without mods, by the way. I'm not a big fan of mods that help make the game better when it comes to lane changes or anything like that. I know there's quite a few of them in the Steam workshops, but I try to avoid those because they kind of break the game. They can kind of break the game when this game gets new updates and DLCs, so I try to avoid that. So, but yeah, going back to what I got in mind here, I got this 4-lane one-way road. I got this 4-lane highway that eventually turns into a one-way road, basically continuing all the way straight, so that the traffic you can see here can take many different ways. And as you can see, traffic is not so bad. I got my average traffic flow 85%. If your traffic flow is high, is very high or higher, then it's pretty good. So I started with 91% traffic flow or something like that, and I'm kind of like got 85% traffic flow right now, which is not bad. Some areas have a lot of traffic, but thankfully there isn't a lot of traffic jams right now. So I basically got my city designed decently here. So this is my industrial area right here. Another grid-like setup, sort of, but I basically have to keep in mind when it comes to the traffic, because you can see that there's a lot of traffic going on this main road right here, and they're trying to go to this industrial area right here. One thing that I noticed is that when you create these seaweed farms or fish farms, that also creates more traffic because of those trucks. Let me just load up one right here. So you can see there's a lot of these fish trucks that are gonna be exporting the fish. So they're gonna be traveling out of the city. So that's gonna create more traffic, more heavy traffic that's gonna be leaving the city, coming in and out of the city, correction. So that just creates even more traffic. So it just makes things it's just a challenge after challenge when it comes to the traffic in this game. So it's a lot of stuff to figure out, but so far I have it under control, and I started to build more residential areas over here. Speaking of which, if you are going to be building a city and you want to be creative as much as you can do so with the default loadout, where you basically build your city up and you get these achievements one by one if you want. But you are going to be restricted to how much you can do, especially when you are going by this old method when you go from achievement to achievement when it comes to the milestones. Yeah, the milestones. Yeah, my correction on that. I mean, you can do it by milestone if you want. If you want the achievements, makes no difference if you want to get them or not. But you can be very creative by just having everything unlocked from the very beginning and go from there. Which we can basically do anything you want, like I was telling in the last stream. But I like to have a little bit of a challenge, but not too big of a challenge though, because I don't have a lot of free time. Got a lot of other games to deal with. So, but I've done this game I played this game many times. I kind of lost count. And like I said before, it took a lot of trial and error just to figure out how the traffic and everything works. So basically right now, I'm basically trying to build another forest area right here. I cannot use all the space I have, and I'm basically trying to build all these forest areas to wherever the green is at here. So basically, I have my industry area labeled like this, while also gonna be having the regular industrial zones deployed as well. Keep in mind these two are different things. The Industries DLC has this. The Industries is the Industries area. No, sorry, correction. The Industries DLC introduces this system of leveling it up from 1 to 5. The default doesn't have that, but you can still make a decent amount of money even without the DLC here. But one thing I do like about these DLC here is that it creates a lot of jobs for your citizens. Some of these can go as high as 70 workers. So the main thing I'm focusing right now is creating more high density buildings for my residents for the city here, because I'm basically trying to keep this unemployment as low as possible. I was kind of go for creating the university areas, because those can bring in a lot of money as well. But I have to keep in mind on how much area I have to work with here until I reach 65,000 people. Once I reach 65,000 people in my city, I can unlock the rest of the areas and basically be as creative as I can be. But right now I'm kind of restricted to what I can do. So yeah, I basically have my plan on how I'm gonna deal with this, making the city here. But everybody has their own way of doing it. So feel free to comment on what you notice or what you think should be done, because we're basically doing this we're basically doing this city all together with the viewers that I got right now. So it's not just me here. We're all here to have a good time. So if you fail, you fail. There's no need to worry about winning or losing here. So what are we gonna do here? We could build another residential area over here. I got a decent amount of road connections going in from this city to here. So let's start off. I started creating more high density residential zones right here. Did some decent road layouts right here, and I think I am gonna create more of these elder care and child health centers. This new DLC brought these, by the way. These are pretty good. I think these childcare and elder care buildings will make a big difference to how long your citizens are gonna be living. So it's nice. It's nice that the devs decided to add these to the game as time went on. So it's pretty nice. Oh, another thing, if you're gonna be playing this game with no unlimited money, you basically have to keep remember to look at the upkeep on how much each building costs, because if you spend too much money on unique buildings or buildings, you're gonna be going into the red. So you basically have to be very careful on how much money you're spending when you start building these unique buildings, especially when it comes to health. Especially the sports hall and gymnasium. Nice building, isn't it? But look at that, 2,400 on the upkeep. Very expensive. So you're gonna have to play it very, very carefully. That, or you could get assets from Steam Workshop that are cheaper if you want. There's no limit really, but I don't have the time to look through every single assets. I think the most assets that I've downloaded are these intersections here, because these first 4 assets when it comes to intersections, they're not exactly the best. So I basically downloaded quite a lot of new assets just to help us out. And yes, look at this right here, the 128 way stack interchange. Oh, that is insane. About 2 million it cost. And it causes a lot of lag when I spawn it in. Look at the amount of slowdown. Look at the amount of slowdown this game is causing. Look at this. How can you expect the vehicles to drive through this? Especially for the stacks all the way high. Oh, that's a lot of slowdown. So, let's start building some residential zones right here. What can we build in this area right here? We could build this disaster response unit. Actually, you know what? That's not a bad idea. This disaster response unit is gonna come very useful if a disaster happens in our city. I have the disasters turned off in my city right now, so I'm not gonna really worry about disasters. But you know, but just for the fun of it, I'm gonna be placing it right here, and I'm gonna turn it off so I don't have to spend. I'm not gonna lose money, $640 a week, because I know there's no disasters gonna be happening anytime soon. So I'm just gonna turn it off as soon as I start dropping this building right here. See, turn that off. There's other buildings that I'm gonna be building as well, and it's going to be all these other buildings here, which is not going to be costing a lot of money. Oh yeah, this vault right here, it's basically a shelter, but basically much smaller. It's a much smaller version. Very nice asset. It can hold about 130 people, and it's only costs 3,000. While yeah, this can take about 130 people, while these other ones can take a lot more room. But I'm not going to be worrying about these shelters yet. I'm going to be worrying about the main buildings here, especially these short radio masts. These are going to be coming in very useful. Okay, these earthquake sensors are very self-explanatory. It basically covers your city to predict any disaster is going to be happening. So let's start by building more high density industrial zones right here, because that's going to be our main priority right now. So right now I'm not really building much anything else. My main focus is just to create more residents for my city here. Our next objective is to get to 50,000. To get there, we're gonna be focusing on building only high density, basically apartment buildings or high rises, because low density obviously is not going to bring in as many people to our city. It's going to create more traffic, but that's what we're doing right now. Just get that objective as soon as we can. So I got this area right here, and we can start building. I paused my game here so I don't have to worry about any interruptions that we're going to get. So basically we're going to be connecting side street here, that one we already have. But we're going to try to keep it to a minimum here, but not creating too many side roads so we don't have any causing any traffic problems. So I like to make my city look as best as it can be, especially when it comes to the land value. Land value is what's going to make your city's buildings level up. Right now, I'm not too concerned about my land value for not being high all over the place, because that's what one of the monuments in the end game is for. It's basically gonna boost all of the land here to high, so no need to spend a ridiculous amount of money making sure every street is perfect, full of transportation hubs and all that stuff. So let's get back into the building. Let's start making side roads here with 2-lane road. I like to make it look nice with the trees. So we are gonna try to make a little curve here. Okay, let's make a curve. Oh, no, let's create it right there. No, that's not it. I'm a bit of a perfectionist. I want to make this look as good as possible. Oh yes, I got a message here from the hashtags thing here. I found that doing the big small business boost policy works well in both increased cash flow and land value. Yes, that's absolutely correct. Yes, because if you can see right now on the map here, I basically got these zones. I got these zones with all the commercial zones. I basically have both small business and high density business boost enabled, because I'm going to need the money. And believe it or not, I have not increased my taxes at all. I'm making a decent amount of money. And the advanced resistance policy raises by load. I'm going to look at the policies right now. So, city planning, taxation, tax raise, tax relief. No worries, buddy. Small business enthusiast, big business benefactor. I think that's those two are what you're talking about. And the services, I don't exactly remember which policy you're talking about, but those are the few. Oh, high-tech housing. High-tech housing. Where is it? High-tech housing. It's here. No, that's not there. So it must be city planning. High-tech housing turns homes into much cooler smart homes to raise the land value around them. Slightly increase land value. Upkeep for citizens of the building. Oh yes, that's a good option as well. But like I was saying earlier, I'm not really worried about the land value going high because one of the monuments in the end game, it basically is going to increase basically almost all of these areas into high. So because of that, I'm not really going to worry about my land value going all the way high right now. I no need to use that policy because keep in mind, this high-tech housing, for example, the upkeep is 4 cents for each building. But that can quickly add up, and I just want to keep making as much money as possible. I want to create a decent buffer for how much money I'm making when I'm building this city. So, let's get back what we're doing here. I'm gonna try to create a decent curvy side road right here. No, that's not it. No, that's not it. Nope. I'm gonna have to create this. I'm gonna have to use the curve road tool for this one. And there we go. And we're gonna make a side road right here. It's not bad, but I don't want to, like I said, I don't want to create too many side roads to cause more traffic problems. And we are gonna create. We're gonna make more elder care. See if I can fit this elder care building right here. Yeah, there's no coverage right here. Okay, let's drop it right there. And how big is this childcare? Perfect. It's gonna cover this area here. Maybe I can move it over here a little bit. Okay, let's plop it right here. I am gonna space out the. I took down some of my residential buildings, but I'm not too concerned because there's a decent demand for it right now, so I can easily gain all of that back. So, do I have any parks over here? Again, don't go too crazy on the gardens here. No, gardens, the parks in this game. Just, in my opinion, just try to have each area to have at least one park. You don't have to put too much when it comes to parks in this game. We'll get to the amusement parks later. That's another DLC right there that we can go over at some point. But right now I'm not really worried about that because I'm gonna have to use all the space that I currently have just to meet the next objective. Once we reach 65,000, I basically get to unlock everything and we can go crazy. We can basically be more creative. Right now our priority is to create. We're just trying to get to the next objective when it comes to the milestones. So what can we build here? Let's build a carousel right here. Now we're just gonna create more. Hang on a sec. Do we have any hospitals here? No, yeah, we got this covered. Good. Okay, let's start zoning high density residentials right here. There we go. And let's unpause the game. I feel so much safer already now we have a high disaster response unit in the city. Right now, the traffic in this city right now is not doing so terribly right now. A lot of traffic is coming from this industrial area just to go into the leisure area right here. But right now, it's not doing too bad. No big no clog of traffic anywhere here. Other than that, so this is the only area where there's a lot of vehicles. So thankfully, we're not doing so bad on the traffic flow. Okay, let's see. We can probably create more. Let's create more we're gonna use every bit of space that we currently have. So we're gonna put more residential houses right here. How loud is this toll booth? Not too bad. Hear that? There's a lot of houses leveling up. You can see by the green arrows. So let's probably because when I added the elder care and the child health building, that's why the buildings level up, because of the land value. So let's create another residential zone right here. I'm basically designing this in a way that's meant to just fill the area. No, that's too close to the toll booth. Let's do that again. Let's do that again. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Let's use the freeform road tool. Again, I'm aware there are tools in the workshop that you can download to make this better, but it disables my ability to do achievements. Plus, I like the challenge, so I'm not going to be using that. So it's basically going to be almost vanilla. Almost. So we're going to create this side road right here. Okay, how are we doing on traffic? It's cutting a bit close, but I think that's okay. I could make a cul-de-sac. Do we have a cul-de-sac asset here? No, I don't think so. Okay. Now we just have to kill some time before this demand for residential is going to go up again. Right now our employment is 4%, so we're not doing too bad right now. Okay, how are we doing on water? How's the water situation? Looks like we're still okay with the water. Okay, I'm probably gonna get rid of this building right here and come up with something better. Actually, what? I'm gonna keep it. This is a custom asset. It's called the water purifier. It's a lovely little custom asset that I downloaded from the workshop. Oh, let's fix the water lines quick. No. Let's build it right there. Hang on a sec. Is that a DLC map or a custom map? It's a custom map. It's not a DLC map. It's called Two Rivers. I believe this map is called Two Rivers Remastered. I think it's based on the vanilla maps, but it's remastered to make it better. So I basically spent some time looking around on what kind of map I should spend some time building my next city, and I chose this. I also try to be a little creative, especially creating these roads here with the railroads. Normally I would build a bridge just to bypass these railroad tracks, but I decided to just make a road cross through it, just to be on the creative side. And yes, these arm bars do go down when a train passes by, so it's pretty cool. And yeah, and yes, there's no stream delay, by the way. This is not a first-person shooter or shooter game, so I don't have to worry about stream delays. So let's looks like there's still no demand for residential zones just yet. Unemployment is at 4. So we're gonna kill some time here. Oh, I want to show you something. One of the things you can get from the DLCs is the Sunset Harbor DLC gets you this. It's the Aviation Club. In other words, get these cool little planes, called light aircraft, flying around the city in random paths. So let's just watch this plane take off. Yep, you get these cool little planes flying all over the city here in different altitudes. These planes fly in a very random route. So I watched this plane fly a different route earlier, and their routes are very random, as far as I know. And it looks like the plane is still flying to gain some altitude here. So yeah, a pretty nice view. And yeah, this is called the Aviation Club. So you only get this with Sunset Harbor DLC. But these runway approach lighting system, it is a custom asset that I downloaded from the Steam Workshop. It looks pretty nice at nighttime. and I use the what's that tool called again? Oh yes, I use the landscaping tools here just to make this ground as flat as possible for the airport, because I like to make it look as good as possible. And look at this here. A lot of traffic entering into the city here. But check this out. With the toll booth, the traffic is forced to slow down at the toll booth. So this really does help solve some of your traffic problems. There is a policy that you can have the traffic not stop or slow down at the toll booth. It's called automated toll. Vehicles no longer need to stop at the toll booth. But I do not want to have that enabled, because I like the idea of the toll booths slowing down traffic. Because look at this. Here's this little intersection right here. And if the toll booth wasn't there, this traffic would have mounted up a lot more. But I know this is not exactly a very good solution, because there's a lot of traffic piling up just to enter this city from this direction right here. So, but at the very least, it's not a bad solution, at least for the moment here. You can see that the traffic intersection is turning red here, but there's not a lot of traffic backing up all the way here. So I may change this up at a later point, but right now it's okay. That, and I got other ways for the traffic to enter the city from here. So you need to give your civilians a lot of options to enter the city, and that's just one way. So what can we do here in the meantime? We could focus on creating more jobs a bit, but not go too crazy. We have some room to build over here for our forests. We could create another toll booth to enter into this area here. Thankfully, we got the space to build it, because we got this tunnel that's going to be entering here. So we are gonna make another area right here. I'm not gonna be worried about the highway entry and exit points right now, but let's just focus on building more for our forest industry here. Okay, we got some. Okay, what can we do here? I got this little train station here with the outside connection here. What can we do? What can we do? Okay, this cargo train terminal and this cargo hub and this. I could use the cargo hub or the cargo. I could use the cargo hub to build it right there. I could do this. But it's gonna create a huge amount of traffic of trains that's gonna be entering this station. So I might make that at a later point and build another cargo terminal near the edge of the map, just to avoid trains from spamming into this location here. So I'm not gonna get that right now. But we're gonna create more jobs for this forest area right here. So we need at least 550 to level up to the next one. So what do we have for our forest area that we can build? Right now we need more raw forest products. So what can we do here? A medium tree plantation. Let's create a medium tree plantation. But depends how much room we have to build. Let's see. When it comes to industry DLC, keep an eye on how much products you're making. Raw forest products, timber, and paper. I probably have to create storage here because for some reason there's not enough raw forest products reaching to some of these buildings here. So do I have enough room to create a little storage yard? Sawmill, that's not what I want. Small log yard, large log yard, that's not good. You try to create this is not exactly the best design, when it comes to making industrial area. But look at the natural resources we got here. I have to build it in an area where there is forest, so I'm kind of limited to what I can do here. I could make more forest. Hang on a sec, that's not a bad idea. I could make more forest here just to save some problems here. Why didn't I think of that before? Okay, let's go into forest here. We can just spam the heck out of these if you want it. Okay, let's do that instead. You know, I think we didn't have to have the... Yeah, I don't think we need to build this area like this, but at least I changed it up a little bit so it doesn't look so generic. Okay, let's just finish this area right here, and we're gonna make a grid system here on the other side because we have to use all the area we have. Hang on a sec. Medium demand, unemployment. Actually, I was gonna make more industrial over here, but we're gonna focus on getting more residents into our city. Okay, how are we doing on here? Okay, let's start creating more making more residential zones right here. I don't want residential zones to be built here on this one-way road. Otherwise, it'll be very difficult for the citizens to get there when they go home for the day. So we're gonna do this instead. Use this marquee tool, if I pronounce that properly, and we're gonna start zoning this area right here. Pretty simple, but you have to use whatever space you got. Okay, let's start zoning here. Okay, and we got this toll booth right here that's causing a lot of noise. So I'm probably not gonna build a residential building right here. So we're probably gonna build a commercial zone right here. A few of them. Gonna create small buildings here. You can choose how big the buildings are gonna be. That's not too bad if I say so myself. And how much noise is this water pump making? Because we're gonna build another side road right here. Again, using the available space that we got right now. Okay, let's start building. Let's build another side road with trees. Okay, right there is good. Perfect, that uses all the available space. We can probably move these water pumps somewhere else. Where should we put that? There's no pollution. Oh, we can put them right over there. Let's pause the game. Move this water pump over there. I had the water pump placed there when I started this game in the first place, by the way. Okay, there's no pollution over here. We're good. Let's place it right there. There. Now just create a link to water right there. And let's move this water purifier building also. Let's put it right here. And put it right next to each other. And there we go. And there's power going into it, so we don't have to worry about anything else. Now let's go back into this zone right here and create more residential zones. For the waterfront, I'm gonna put low density residentials because I like for my citizens to have a nice little small house watching over this canal over here. So that's what we're gonna do. Do we have water going here? Perfect. Speaking of canals, that's something we can do at a later point. Right now, I'm not too worried about that. We could make a canal. No, there's a railroad track there. Can't do that. But we could create We could create some canals over here, but no need to worry about that right now. It's something we can do at a later point. And where was I? Ah, yes. Let's create another residential zone here. Okay, let me just make sure all the power is going good. Okay, we're good. Oops. Keep it high density. And that should be good. You know, it's funny how there's water flooding in even though I just removed the water building there. Oh, and just to save a little bit of walking for the civilians, I'm gonna make a pavement path from this corner so that the civilians don't need to walk all the way there. Okay, put it in the corner. And there we go. And let's go back into our junctions. Okay, this is a major intersection, so I'm gonna keep it with a traffic light. This is a side road, so we're gonna switch it to a stop sign. Same thing here. You gotta love this junction tool here. Before this junction tool came in, you need to use mods to control the traffic here. So right now, we don't need to worry about the traffic. Gonna put the stop sign right here for both. This is a one-way street, so I'm gonna keep the stop sign there. And there we go. Now just let time pass for a little bit more, and let's just wait for the residentials to start packing there. Okay, for this area here, I'm probably gonna be building a bridge that's gonna be going over to this area here. We're gonna create more jobs for the forest industry here. So we are going to pause the game again. And we're going to build a bridge right over this highway here. Hopefully we can do it. Okay, let's put the elevation step all the way down to its lowest setting. And we build a bridge over this. No, can't do it. Looks like we got no choice but to build a tunnel. Let's use this. Let's use our freeform road tool. And there we go. And finish the tunnel. Done. Now we're gonna add some trees so that we can use more. You can use all the available land we got right here instead of trying to create this weird shape that I got going on over here. Oh, and just to keep things interesting, we are also going to create another 4-lane road that's gonna cross over here. I don't want the traffic to just rely on going through this area over here. So let's do that while we still got this thing going here. Can I create a bridge over here? Perfect. Okay, that's good. Okay, let's just keep this bridge going. And let's put that down. And let's put this road back to the ground. Always keep in mind on how you're designing your city. Always have the citizens many routes to choose from. So always try to make routes whenever possible. Okay, and we're gonna create this right here. Let's create another zone here. We're gonna just put it straight through. Gonna make it straight. Nothing special here, but I'm trying to use as much space as we got because I'm trying to minimize the amount of space used. Okay, let's create a small corner road there. Okay, and what can we build in this zone right here? Let's go back to our tool. Let's go back to our tool. Okay, now let's choose a bigger circle. We do the same for industries. And there we go. Do we have water going through? Perfect. Let's just make that a little bit longer. And there. Okay, what do we got going on? Not enough raw materials. Okay, what's the overall area right now? Raw forest product, there's plenty of them. So there's enough raw forest products, but I don't know why it's not going there. Might as well make another storage area here. Another small log yard, I think. Okay, let's make another log yard right there. What other buildings can we do here? Okay, I got this little zone built up right here, so I don't need to worry about it. And let's start building some random trees here in the area. See, just add some random trees, and I think that's gonna do the trick. I got plenty of money, so I don't need to worry about how many trees I'm just planting here. If only planting trees in real life was this easy, just one click. Okay. See, just like that, you created a forest area. And you can see the green pop up. And that's it. Now I just need to wait for... Just watching my residential demand here. How are we doing on jobs? Unemployment is at 4%. That's not bad. Can we create more jobs here? Small tree sapling field. Are we creating enough jobs for raw forest products? Okay, not enough raw materials, so let's create a sapling field. Hopefully we got enough room to build here. Perfect. Sapling. Perfect, I just got enough room to build that. Just enough room. We got lucky there. Hopefully this makes enough raw forest products so that there's going to be demand going here into these pellet plants. So this residential road here, how are we doing on the traffic? Looks like traffic is still okay. Traffic flow is about 85%. So I basically am trying to make as many routes to cross this river here. I got about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bridges crossing this canal here just to get to this industrial area here. You have no choice but to create this many bridges if you don't want to create a huge traffic jam in this highway here. Even if I already got heavy traffic ban set here for my city, but I still have to create that. Still have to create other ways for my citizens to get to their destination, especially for these fish areas. So far, we're not doing so bad. What can we do here? We finally got helicopters, but I don't think I got any room to build the helicopters anymore. How are we doing on this farming area? Crops were currently... It looks like the crops are doing okay at the moment. And I'm making a decent profit too. Okay, how are we doing in the forest area? Is it making more jobs? Do not waste too much money when if you want to make more barracks. It costs about $160 a week, so do not build too many of these just to increase the efficiency. And it's worst maintenance building. I can't get that until it reaches level 4, which is coming up pretty quickly here. I'm not gonna create another barracks. I just want to keep making as much profit as much as I can. Can I create another? No, that's too big. Will not fit there. What about the sapling field? Nope, can't do that either. Don't go too crazy in making industrial zones, because you need to keep in mind this unemployment percentage right here, because that's gonna control your demand for the residential zones. So what can we do here? Okay, we could create another residential zone right here. Like I was telling you before, our main focus is going to be creating more, trying to get as many citizens to the city, especially with the amount of, with how much room we got in the map here. Okay, another side road coming right up, and I think that looks about all right. Pretty simple side road, nothing special. And there's not too much noise coming from that main road. Okay, let's... There we go. Any buildings starting to go up? No, not yet. Okay, we're doing good. How are we doing on garbage for our city? Looks like garbage pickup is still doing okay at the moment. Okay. 4%. How are we doing on schools? Elementary. Okay, let's create another... Let's create an elementary school right there, because there's not very many in this area. Okay, let's create another residential area right here. What am I trying to think? We could build this crucible. It's another custom asset that helps solve the garbage problem in your city here. Right now, all I've been using are these recycling centers. These buildings you get from one of the game updates. I forgot which one though. But basically, they grab the garbage from your city like they do as before. Except the main difference for these recycling centers is that they can export certain products or resources to your city or export them outside the city. So that's the cool thing about these recycling centers. So what are we gonna do here? I think I could build the crucible in this area right here. It's a custom asset you can get from the workshop, and it'll solve a lot of your garbage problems. And it's quite expensive too, about $2,000 a week. But I think I'm making enough money to compensate for that. So we'll make this side road right here. Another side road, but this time it's probably gonna be built at an angle. No, let's put that a little bit further. It's a basic looking side road, and I think we're gonna have the crucible built right there. And there we go. How much noise is that crucible making? Surprisingly, not that much noise. And we're gonna make probably gonna make an office area here. Let's make an office area right here, just to change things up a bit. Okay, perfect. Let's make that zone a little bit bigger. And there we go. We got that set. Okay, let's make a small business enthusiast business factor, maybe traffic ban, and I think we're good. What's this airplane tours asset called again? Local aviation clubs are organizing airplane tours. Increases building noise pollution by 50%. Increases building plane count, entertainment, and city attractiveness. Increases building plane. That's not a bad thing to get. I think it's going to be mainly for this building right here, this aviation club. That's where the policy is going to be very useful. So this is going to be the area where we're going to be building more high density zones, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. Oh, looks like there's a water connection missing. Let's push that a little bit further, and perfect. That should solve it. And that's it. What we could build something over here as well. This feels a bit too tempting to create another side road. We could create another side road right here. So I'll get rid of these. Well, I basically use these wind turbines here just to get the energy spread through the toll booths. But I eventually get rid of them one by one. Oh, here's another water link we need to quickly fix. Whoops, it went at an angle. Let's quickly fix that. And let's fix that right. And there we go. So you can see my income is slowly going into the red, but no worries, I'm making enough money just to stay above the green. It's important you need to make enough money to it's important you make sure you create tourism and leisure at nighttime just to keep making revenue when your main income of campus and industries are not working during the day. But make sure you don't make too many of these leisure areas because it's going to cause more traffic problems. Because if you ever going to build an area that there's going to be tourism leisure in it, make sure you got good transportation getting there, whereas buses, metro, or helicopters, whatever. Speaking of helicopters, we might make that since we got that unlocked right now. Helicopter depot, we don't got enough room to build in this island right here, but we can probably make it at a later point. How much noise is being generated in this area here? Oh, hey Brawley, thanks for following. Welcome to the show. Hopefully you're having a good time here. First time seeing your name on stream here. Hopefully you're having a good time staying safe out there. I'm just having a good time building this city here along with all my viewers here. So hopefully you like what you're seeing right now. So basically I'm gonna say this for all my new returning viewers here. I basically got almost all the DLCs in this game, with the exception of one, because this particular DLC only added in just new buildings and not really anything much. So I basically got almost all of the DLCs in this game, basically. So I basically got disaster DLC. Basically can create disasters like tornadoes, sinkholes, and thunderstorms. And you get to control how severe they are. Plus, among other things, such as the aviation club. This is what the Sunset Harbor was displaying on the Steam page. So it's a nice little building that's gonna bring in more visitors to your city here. This custom asset on the runway approach lighting system makes this airport look a lot better and close to real life. Looks pretty nice at nighttime, doesn't it? Again, this is from the workshop, and I think it looks pretty nice. And yes, that sound effect where a new subscriber or new follower came in, I basically went with that sound effect. I think it sounds pretty cool. I spent like a month waiting for that setup to be completed, especially from a YouTube setup. And yeah, you can see that little light aircraft flying around. Although the path that those light aircraft do are very random, so you never know what they're going to be flying in. So this is basically what we got right now. I got these toll booths entering the city, mainly to control traffic, to slow them down to the next intersection. Plus, you get a little bit of money. Speaking of which, let's increase the charge for these toll booths because I would like to get as much money as possible. Yeah, it's not a bad. So far, the highway design, the traffic design is working pretty well. I got about 85% average traffic flow. This long one-way road seems to be working pretty well. I'm basically making the AI choose where they want to go. It's not bad. I got these lovely little blimps flying around, but unfortunately, there was nobody on the blimp right now. So I'm basically gonna have to change the stop on the blimp there. So that there's gonna be some people flying the blimp here, and yeah, there's no one flying the blimp right now. There used to be much more before I got this portion of the city connected to the main island over here. Speaking of which, there's not enough fish. Yeah, there's barely any fish over here. We could create another... fish farm over here. What can we do? You know what? Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of this. What can we do to improve this design here? Trying to think. It's a lot of traffic just to go through that exit. I already tried building a bridge over here, but that just caused even more traffic jams, so that's not a good idea. I think we're just gonna create a lot of side roads here while this is gonna be the main road. So I'm just gonna keep it as is. Looks like we need more fish in this area since this fish factory is barely working. So we're gonna create another fish farm. So let's go into garbage and industry, and we're gonna going into the fishing. Is that pollution? Average ground pollution. Why is there pollution coming in here? Maybe it's just me. No, there's no pollution there. No, we're good. Let's go back to let's go back what we were trying to do. Seaweed farm. Looking at the map here. Why is there pollution coming in from even this thing? Looks like we got no choice but to move this thing somewhere else then. Where can we move this thing so it's not gonna cause pollution? What's the water current? Okay, let's move this thing over there. I want to get rid of this pollution. Let's move that away. Let's put it here in the outskirts of the city. Okay, let's put it right here. Hang on a sec. Let's create some quays. Okay. No. Can I create this? It's a bit odd looking, but that's okay. Okay. It's a bit odd looking, but at least it's going through. And let's continue and make a shoreline right here. There we go. Let's go back to that water plant, and let's go back to this eco water treatment plant, and let's move it over here. Let's move it right there. Let's connect it right there. And there we go. Perfect. Now we just go back to this area here. Funny how there was some water pollution coming from that. But that's okay, we fixed it. It's gonna take some time for this thing to go away. So, what do we have here? I think we mostly got salmon. Oh, that's moving. Let's just go with the old. Let's go with the old way of fishing harbor. Can I build a fishing harbor here? Nope. At an angle. It's almost impossible. Can build one over here though. Okay, let's build one over here then. Salmon fishing harbor. Yeah, this is salmon. So let's plop it right there and let's make a route. Whoops. This is how this is what the fishing harbor, the salmon fishing harbor works. We get to create a fishing route for the boats to follow. It has to be long enough so that you make sure that you capture 100% for each of your boats. So this is going to be a bit tricky. I don't want to. I'm going to try to keep the route short and not waste so much space. Okay, let's do this. Let's start over. And there we go. Create a U. Oh no. Let's create another one. Oh no, it's touching the quay. Let's try again. There's a lot of repetition you need to do in this game. I'll take a quick drink of water soon. And let's do another U. Okay. And another U. And another. A lot of zigzagging. That's basically what I'm doing here. Okay, this should be long enough, but we're about to find out. Okay, let's hope that's long enough. Make sure a water link is going to this building. Perfect. Now let's have this side road go into our destination. Okay, let's make sure this road is hogging. Okay. Almost got it. Now just connect this road to the side. Just trying to connect this. Come on, let's get it in there. Okay, let's have a wind turbine provide power to this build. Oh, let's move that thing a little bit further. There we go. So it doesn't get in the way of the boats. And there we go. We got everything set up properly. Hopefully this salmon fishing harbor is going to provide enough fish for this factory over here. Doesn't seem there's enough. There doesn't seem to be enough fish being captured for this factory. So hopefully we're going to fix that problem soon. Another side road to connect to those farms. Salmon fishing harbor. let's look at this route. 48%. 53%. 59%. Is it gonna be enough? No. Nope, that's not enough. We're gonna have to make the route longer. Okay, let's... That's the bad thing about these fishing harbors. You have to basically have to do some trial and error just to figure out how long the route's gonna be. And you need to make sure that the boats are going through this area here where there's salmon. So it's a lot. This one is a bit annoying, but we're almost there. So let's have the route go a little bit longer. Okay, let's... Let's try that again. Ooh, looks like we're gonna have to lower this area here so that there's no sand. Okay, let's do that right now. Let's increase the density. Oh, hang on a sec, that was too much. Okay. Perfect. Now let's see if there's enough fish before it reaches the harbor. 77%. No, still not enough. Here we go. Let's keep this going. Have to make the route even longer. Let's try this again. Okay. Let's continue the route. And there we go. Feels like I'm making a racetrack here. Okay. Okay, get rid of this. And there we go. Nope. No, need to move that a little bit further. Okay, let's see how this boat does on this trip now. 70%. 74. It should reach 100% with this new route. Let's find out. 81. And there we go, gentlemen. There we go, everybody. We finally get to have this boat reach its final destination to this harbor of 100%. 95. 97. 98. 99. 100%. And it's fully loaded. Perfect. Let's make sure that wasn't just one off. Let's make sure this next boat is gonna reach 100%. And yep, there we go. It reaches 100%. And there we go. We finally got everything set. I like these new buildings because it requires a lot of workers. 62 jobs. Unemployment is currently 55%. So, how are we doing on the noise? Can't create residential here. It's too noisy. So we're gonna have to use this area here instead. Do we still have room to build here when it comes to residential? Looks like we don't. No. Well, we could make a residential area right here using random side streets. Because we got the room. Okay, let's pause the game again. And let's use all the space that we got. Okay. Okay, let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of this wind turbine. And there. And another side street right there, because why not? Let's create a path for the civilians that can easily exit this street. There we go. Okay, let's make another residential zone right here. Make sure we got water. And let's see, let's make the zone bigger. Let's make sure we got this area covered. Okay. Let's see, where's the nearest power source? Oh yeah, the toll booth, of course. Let's keep it small. Just have this one block. And we should start seeing buildings pop up now. Buildings should start popping up here because there is a demand for residential. Unemployment is still 5%, so we're doing good so far. Alright, we're doing good so far. So far, not a lot of trains have been passing by on this a connection recently. I have not yet seen a train, or maybe there were trains that passed by but we didn't see it. Well, that's okay. Alright, there we go. There's our first building. Sometimes it takes a while for the game to react, depending on how big the demand is for residential. Okay, how are we doing here? Okay, we are gonna create another residential zone here in this waterfront. We're slowly getting more room here in this water side. Speaking of which, let's continue creating a quay here. I like to make this beach area look as good as it can be. Okay, there we go. And pretty simple to do. You can do anything you want with this city. Okay, come on. No, doesn't allow me. Almost to the edge of the city limit. Oh no. Okay. And I'll take a quick drink of water here once I get this set, and done. We can quickly fix this by just using the. We can just quickly fix this by using this landscaping tool just to make this look better. So let's just do that right now for this, for example here. I'm clicking on the right mouse. I'm clicking my right mouse button just to make this beach area go down. You can make this go. You can make this. You can have this brush react much more if you want to. Oh, it looks like our soil availability is high. Sorry, it's already full. So I'm gonna raise it up here. Let's use our brush strength. Soil ability is not going away for some reason. Oh, there we go. We got a lot of soil. And this is the brush strength at maximum. It's kind of slow to react a bit here. Okay, I think that's enough. Okay, let's have this soil go down. Where was it? Where was this area that I'm trying to go do? Here we go. Let's put that down. Let's put the brush strength down. And there we go. That's enough of that. Okay, let's have the residential zone continue to zone after the school. There. It should reach this school here very shortly. There we go. Let's upgrade this highway so that it's gonna have a sound barrier. We're gonna need that. Yeah, let's create a sound barrier. Almost done. Perfect. This sound barrier does make a big difference. Okay, how we're doing on energy on my phone? I'm good so far. Alright. How we're doing on noise? Not too bad. I think I'm gonna focus on making the high density zone here soon. How long has Night City Skylines been out now? I have to look that up. I think it's been a number of years now, ever since this game came out. But it still holds up pretty well. The only downside to this game is that you need to get a lot of the DLCs just to make it feel a little more wholesome when you're building a city. I think I don't think I have a favorite DLC that comes up in mind, because when you combine all the DLCs together, it makes it into a nice little package. Especially these fishing boats. Okay, that should solve the problem with the fish factory. Perfect. That did solve the problem after all. Now there's enough fish so that it's gonna go to the fish market. Do we have a fish market here? Oh yes, there it is. Fish sold last week, 200. Perfect. How much money are we making from the fish now? Let's go to that. Fishes, we're making 4,000, so we're making at least $1,000 in profit. It's not bad. Most of the profit is coming in from the farming, though. 10,000 profit. It's not bad. Okay. The bad thing about those fishing harbor is they obviously make a lot of noise. So you have to be very careful when you build your residential zones. Oh, okay. We're currently 38,000 people in the city, so we still got another 12,000 to go to our next milestone. So we have to create another park. No, that's too small. Can't make it there. Okay, let's create a small park right there. I don't want to create a leisure area over here, otherwise it's gonna cause a huge traffic jam. But I could make one over here. But I need to make sure that the transportation system is designed pretty well to reach that area. How well is it? Okay, I think we're just about done. We can build another beach. I can probably build another unique building over here. Okay, what can we build here? Increase the ship and airports. No, we don't got that right now. What else can we build? Trying to find a building that we can build on the harbor. Floating cafe. Oh, we can do this. Which one looks better? Which one looks better? Fishing island? The fishing island. It's not a bad idea. Fishing island. Let's make a side road right here. And let's bring up the fishing island. Here we go. Looks pretty nice. Is there any power reaching there? No, not yet. let's start creating more high density zones right here. Okay, let's build low density residential zones near the waterfront. Okay. Okay, let's build another one there. All the houses should start to pop up here very soon. Okay, let's make a shortcut for our citizens to get to this destination. Perfect. They can just cut through right there. Let's make another shortcut here. And that should work. Okay. Houses should start forming up here pretty quick. Okay, let's go back to this part of the city here. I think we could get some houses going over here soon. So far we're doing good at this area here. Let's replace these side roads to grass. Okay, how good is our water link? Oh, it's connecting to the whole city. Okay, let's quickly fix this. And done. Now we're gonna create more high density zones here. I think I could build a side road over here because we got this space that we can use. So let's do that right now. And nope, let's keep it straight. And there we go. And that should do the trick. That's it. And that should do it. Now let's create more high density as soon as the demand gets back up again. Where can we put the helicopters? Trying to decide where we're gonna put that. Where should we put that? Trying to think. Go. Nope. Perfect. Fishing Island is working like it should be. How does it show any civilians getting to this island? We're about to find out soon enough. Can you have boats put here? No. No, it doesn't look like it. Okay. Okay, we could create a camping area over here. Since there isn't much we can do. Do I have to keep the traffic to a minimum when they're going through this particular area? Unless we create another bridge from here. It's not a bad idea. I think we could create a bridge here just to create another point of entry. Okay. Yeah, this could be our camping area here. Oh, losing power. How do we lose power? Oh, there's no power coming into the main city somehow. Let's quickly fix the power link here. Okay, let's see if that fixed it. Perfect, that solved the problem. No, not quite. Let's use this lovely little asset here, the wave power plant. That should create enough power for this area. This should solve the power problem. And just as I figured, love this little asset. Thankfully, it's not causing too much noise. Oh yes, now we're okay. Can you create a road using the park road? Can you create a bridge? Where's the camping? Nature reserve. Ah yes, that's the one. Can you create a bridge? Oh yes, you can create a bridge. Perfect. So no need to worry about these train tracks then. Yeah, we can probably create a camping area over here. There, just to be a little bit on the creative side. Okay, how are we doing on elementary? High school? Probably create one right here. Okay, let's start zoning this area. And do we have any parks here? Doesn't look like it. Yep, perfect. And the park fits right on the spot. This park should start getting some attention shortly. Okay. For some reason, there's still not enough fish getting here. Maybe there's a lot of people buying fish. I think there's enough fish farms here just to keep things going for a while. I have to create another farm here. Let's try that. Okay, let's try building a straight area here because I need to create another farm. Okay, let's see if we can build another fish farm here. Can I create a harbor? No. Fish farm? No. Algae? I don't think we have algae. Wait a minute, this is algae, seaweed. Which one creates the most demand? 8,000 units per week. Algae. Okay, let's create a seaweed farm. It creates the most demand. Now, let's see if we can build... Let's see if we can finish the quay. Oh no. Okay, let's try that. Let's move this thing a little bit to the left. Let's start to build a little bit further out. There, and that should solve it. Perfect. You have to be a little. You have to be a little creative just to get this thing sorted out. Can I make a little curve here? Nope. Have to make a straight road. Oh nope. Can't do that. Okay, let's do that. Okay. Okay, now it just... Nope. There we go. Now we just need to finish this. Now just need to create... There we go. Hopefully we got enough power. Now we just need to move this little bit over there. Now that should fix it. Now hopefully that creates more fish for this factory over here. Traffic flow is still not doing bad. Okay. All the traffic is doing pretty well. No big traffic jams that I can see. Perfect. What can we do next? Trying to think. How's the unemployment? 6%. Okay, let's start creating more jobs. Let's go back to this forest area that we were working earlier, and it looks like we're gonna need more paper. Let's go back to our forest tab and which is gonna make paper. You need to remember the icons here. So that's paper, that's timber. Okay, let's create more paper. No, that's not what we want. Biomass pellet plant. The bad thing about this is that it takes up a lot of room just to build there. That's the bad thing. I think we may have to get rid of this side road here. It's the only way. Okay, let's build it right there. It's the only way. Okay, another 70 workers. Paper, we're doing good. No need to create more. I think we could build the storage here. Sawmill. Let's keep on the demand. Sawmill. No, I think we're doing good on the sawmill. No need to create more. But we could create a storage yard. No, can't do that either. Can we create any sapling field? No. Nope, not large enough. But we could create a normal, just create an old typical industrial zone here for forestry, so that we can use all that space that we got. Paper. Remember what I said earlier? Look at that. There are some vehicles using this route right here instead of going down this only route here. So always try to create many different ways for the traffic to get to their destination. Okay, we're gonna create some old industrial zones right here, typical forestry, because there's no room to build here. Unemployment is going up, so we're gonna have to create more jobs. Forest barracks is doing good. Okay, we need about 550 workers to reach the next level, which should be coming up soon. Paper. Looks like we're gonna need more paper. Let's go back. Sawmill. Oh no, it's pellet plant. There isn't a lot of room to create that. Yeah, we're gonna have to use that space on the other side. Okay. So far we only got about 3 buildings creating paper. Yeah, we're gonna have to create another one. Traffic situation is not looking terrible at the moment. We could create another warehouse for posts here. Hang on a sec. Let's go back to this warehouse post sorting facility. We can put it over here somewhere near the outskirts. And do we have fire? Oh no, we got one right there. Nothing to worry about. Traffic flow is still okay at the moment, even though it's gone down a little bit. Traffic flow around this area is still doing relatively well. Perfect. Okay. Oh, let's go back to this. Try to make a zone here. We could create... No. I don't think I can make a side road here. It's already taking up enough. It's only thing we can do is just create more high density zones here. No commercial zones here. Okay, let's start creating a small side road that's going to be hogging this river. Let's start doing that here. Okay, let's try to see if we can make this work. Okay. Okay, let's get this working. And there we go. Got that working. All right, let's go back to this 4-lane road, 6-lane road. There we go, fix that situation. Yep, there we go. We got this sorted. Yeah, I don't know why those citizens are going into this part of the building here. They're just standing here. Oh well. Okay. Okay, let's make sure that there's no traffic. Oh no, I'm gonna keep that traffic light there. This, oh, keep a traffic light there. Also, no. And we're doing good. Everything's under control. I could add buses here, but I'm not really worried about that for the moment. Okay, let's go back to this area here. Let's get rid of these traffic lights. And I think that's about it. Can't really get rid of any other traffic lights here without making a scene. Oh wait, no, I can get rid of this. This is not a very busy street anyway. And that's about it. Let's save our game right now so I don't need to go through that all over again. Save that. Go into another save game. Go back, do that. Okay, that should be it. There's a bit more traffic leaving the city this way, just as I thought that would happen. And we're doing good. And we're still keeping the traffic under control by forcing them all to take this one-way road. A lot of traffic going through this toll booth. Eventually switching to 2 lanes. And there you go. It's flowing decently well, at least for the moment. 39,000 civilians so far in the city. Let's take a quick drink of water here. Okay. Traffic situation is good, staying between 80 and 84%. Okay. Making more paper now, that's what I want to see. And no need to add any more. Making $2,000 at the moment, and we need more workers. We could create another barracks so that we don't need to create more buildings. Maybe we could build it over here. Let's pause the game. Let's add it right here. Okay, let's build it right here in the center. Hopefully that's large enough for this building. Okay, let's see if it's big enough. Oh no, it's not, just barely missing the mark. Let's get rid of this. Oh yes, we need to make this zone a bit bigger. Okay, let's include this area. Okay, and let's make sure that this area is included for normal zoning. Oh no. Oops. And that covers it. I just got about this area covered. Now we just add this barracks right here and it should be good. Enough power, there should be a water line. Okay. There should be more workers now when I added that barracks. Can I add another? No, it's too big. Hopefully we can get another building that's not gonna use us that much room. Spring forestry area. Oh, getting there. Getting close to 550, and we're about to reach level 4. Are we gonna reach it? We should be getting there. 47. Just 3 more workers, and we reach level 4. Are we gonna reach it in the next few seconds? It looks like it hasn't changed. How many workers are in this building here? No, I'm not gonna worry about that right now. It'll eventually reach 550. Perfect. There we go. Finally reached level 4. Okay. What new buildings do we got? Engineered wood plant. Oh, this is what we really need. Hopefully there's enough room. No, still too big. This can make more timbers. Okay, we can build another one right here if we need be. But let's just look at the demand we got right now. Okay, let's build another one. Okay. Engineered wood plant. Let's build it right here in the corner. Okay. That should be good for the meantime. Let's save again. Okay, let's save that up. Go to my other save game and save it. Okay. And how much to the last level? We just need 800 workers. That should not take very long to reach. How are we doing on unemployment? 7%. Okay, do we need another police building in this area? No, we're still good. No need to create another one. Yeah, create more jobs. What other resources can we do? We got ore, but that's all the way at the edge of that map there. Okay. Fertile land. How are we doing on the demand? Wood production. Oh, okay. There's not enough buyers for this product. Thing I did not make any more. We could make more animal products. Okay, let's go back to our farming. We can create. Let's focus on making more animal products. Milking parlor. Let's try to. Too big. Cattle shed. That should be enough. I want to save the space. Okay. Unemployment is still 7%. Okay, looks like we're losing power again. Let's use more of these wave power plants. Hopefully this solves this power problem. And that solved that. Thankfully these things are cheap. Only cost $160 a week. $160 a week. Perfect. Looking good on our city here. No major traffic problems that I see. And we might make more residential here. That should solve the fish factory problem. Yeah. At least this factory is making fish now. There's no problem now. With that being said, I think I'm gonna wrap it up for today. So good progress on this city so far. One sec. We still got more power problems here at the edge of the city. So let's create more. Let's create another one here. Let's make sure that this power problem is not going to happen again. Okay, that should solve that problem. Okay, now power should be distributed evenly for the whole city here. Alright, let's quickly save that game. Save for. And now we'll go back to making sure we save all this progress that we've had. So, not bad progress on our city here today. I'm gonna wrap up the stream for today. So, thanks for tuning in, everybody. Thanks for those new returning viewers that decided to stop by my stream here. I thank you very much on that. So, I'll see you next time on this upcoming Saturday and Sunday for more. So, until then, I'll see y'all next time. Take care.